So now let us do practice from passive to active.
Voice. Point number 1, simple present tense. Passive to active voice. And before this video, we had seen how to change from active to passive. But in this video, we will see how to change from passive to active. So here are some points while changing from passive to active. When we change from passive to active, we remove helping verb is, am, are and by, and we use main verb plural or s or es form, and we use the noun or pronoun after by as doer in active voice. So now we will see what is the structure of passive voice sentence. Structure of passive voice. First, PVOR. PVOR means passive voice object receiver plus PVHB means passive voice helping verb is, am, are plus main verb third form plus PVOS. PVOS means passive voice object several plus by plus doer. Special note, because you will be seeing that I put PVOS inside the brackets because sometimes we don't use PVOS. It means that sometimes there is not PVOS in the sentence. There is only one object, so we direct use by plus doer. Okay. And now let us change from passive to active on this structure. Formula to change into active. Formula is here. At first we use doer plus main verb plural or s or es form plus object r. Object r means object receivers and object S means object sufferer or both objects. Here is a sentence and clearly this is sentence of passive voice because here is helping verb is and here is main verb third form and you can see here this is by. Okay. So now I can write down here passive voice. So this is sentence of passive voice, and in this sentence there are two objects. First one is she and this is object R, and the second one is a letter object S. Object R means object receiver and object S means object sufferer. So now we can make another passive voice from this sentence with the a letter. With the second object a letter we can make another passive voice. So look at here. So we can write down here passive number 1 and here is passive number 2. And now we will make passive with a letter. So at first we use object, so a letter. After that we use helping verb is, and then we use main verb third form retain, and after that after main verb we use the second object, and here second object is now she, and because she is in subjective case, so now we use subjective into objective. So here objective of she will be her, and because she is a receiver object and she is in subjective case, so now we will change subjective into objective, then objective of she will be her, and because this is receiver, so we will use preposition to before receiver object her, and after that as. So now you are seeing that here are two sentences of passive voice, and that is made from just a single sentence. And now we have to change this into active. So to change into active of these sentences, we have to follow this formula. Formula is here. At first we use doer, then main verb plural or s or es form plus object are or object s or object both. Okay. And now we have to change these two sentences of passive into active. So we will have to see this formula. Formula is here. At first we use doer, after that main verb plural or s or es form plus object r means object receiver or object s means object sufferer or both objects. So now here are two sentences. So first we have to see that what is doer here. So as we know that the word after by is a doer. So here by, and after this the word is me. Here is also me. So as we know that the word after by is doer, and because me is in objective case, so we change objective into subjective. So subjective of me is I. So now we can write on here active. Active voice. So subjective of me is I. See here, this is I. And after doer means now we got doer I, and after doer we use main verb plural or s or es form. So according to the subject we use main verb. So I is a plural subject, so we will use. So because I is a plural subject, so we will use main verb plural. So here main verb is written. Subjective of me is I. So now we can write on here active. Active voice. So subjective of me is I. See here, this is I. And after doer means now we got doer I, and after doer we use main verb plural or s or es form. So according to the subject we use main verb. So I is a plural subject, so because I is a plural subject, so we will use main verb plural. So here main verb is written. So its first form is write. Okay, I write. And now we got doer I, main verb write, and after that we have to use. So now we got here doer I and main verb write, and after main verb we use object receiver. So here object receiver is her, so I write her, and after object receiver we use object sufferer. So object sufferer is here a letter A. Now let us see the another example. Sentence of passive voice. So now here is the sentence of passive voice, and now we have to change this into active. So first we write down here active voice, and according to the formula, at first we use doer. So and now we have to change this into active. So to change into active, first we use a doer. So as you know that the word after by is a doer. So the word after by is here me, and because me is in objective case, so we will change objective into subjective. So subjective of me is I. Okay. Now we got I, doer. We got doer I, and after doer we use main verb plural or s or es form. According to the subject here, we will use main verb. So because I is plural, so we will use main verb first form plural. So here main verb third form is made. So now we will have to use main verb first form. So first form of make is make. I make. And because in this passive voice sentence there is only one object, so now we can use only T. So here is only T. So the sentence of active will be I make tea. So if you don't know how to change the objective into subjective and the subjective into objective, then watch the video on the topic of voice. And if you don't know objects about receiver and sufferer, then subscribe my channel and watch video number 16.